Hi, my name is Andy. This is my 1966 Mustang. I've had it for about 3 years now. I bought it from a neighbor up the street. It was a complete car when I got it. I still have all the parts to it, the doors, the fenders, the hood, the engines, the transmission. Everything is here. It's a little worse for wear, as you can tell. It's seen better days, that's for sure. When I got the car, someone had previously attempted to put floor pans in it. And what they did was they cut the old section out and they tack welded the new section in, but it wasn't flush on the bottom of the car. So if you lift the car up, you could tell that the floor pans have been replaced. So I went ahead and cut all those out, me and my stepson. And we're going to put new floor pans in. But first, before we do that, we're going to remove this front clip section of the car. We're going to remove the cowl. I've got all new cowl. I've got a new firewall. I've got new cowl caps for it. The end pieces here for it. I'm going to be ordering the frame rails for the uppers and the engine cradle, which will be for a Coyote, which is what I plan on putting back in this. I have the 289 over there. It's completely tore down, the short block. I believe instead of just rebuilding that engine and going that way, I think I'll just put a Coyote in it. Give me a second here and I'll raise the car up and you can take a look underneath. We'll walk around here and I'll show you the exterior of the car in the rear. My garage is a little cluttered right now. So as you can see, someone had been attempting to do a restoration on this car. These are new quarter panels. There's the deck lid and one of the fenders. I still have a lot of parts and stuff I had to pull out of the trunk of the car. Haven't even touched this section of the car yet. So I'll just give you a quick look at it. Just some of the stuff that I've done. I've sanded that down and noticed there were rust holes in that, as well as here on this B pillar or B panel, whatever you want to call it. Back glass has got to come out, obviously. I'm going to put new taillight pans in. It's got a new fuel tank, but I'm going to be putting a different style fuel tank in it, one that's made to pair with the fuel injection of the Coyote. So I'm going to go ahead and raise this up and we're going to look at it from underneath. Let me get over here and grab this light real quick. There's the original crank out of it. So we'll go ahead and grab this light so we can get some light. All right. So, as I was telling you, there's where they cut it. And they look like they put like windshield urethane on it to seal it up. So we took an air chisel and just popped the spot welds or the tack welds out. I think this is pretty solid. I'm gonna probably sandblast it, wire wheel it at least. I'm gonna replace these rear frame rails. This 8-inch rear end's coming out. I'm gonna put a 9-inch in it. Put a 4-link system on it, or 4-link setup. So there's the new gas tank that he put in. So that's going to be coming out. But it looks like the trunk portion of the car, at least here, is halfway decent right there. That's going to be replaced a little bit. You can see a big rot right there. So that's going to be removed. So I'll probably be spending a lot of attention on that. You can see where they put the quarter panel in. I'm going to go over that, make sure everything's kosher and copacetic with that. Probably put new wheel wells in. But yeah, all in all, I mean, you can see daylight through the firewall there. So I've already got all that. They're actually in that box right there, the cowl and the firewall. And then there's one floor pan and another floor pan's over there. So other than that, that's about where we're standing right now. We're gonna take a pause because I gotta use the lift for my wife's car. I'm gonna be changing oil on that. So I'll probably put a video on that in case anyone wants to know how to do that. So that would probably come this afternoon. But yeah, this is my project for probably the next couple of years. And I just wanted to document the progress of what we do. You know, kind of like a video journal type deal. And if anyone else is restoring one, you know, I'm not a mechanic and I'm not a body guy. I know how to weld. I went to school for pipe welding about 10 years ago. I did a little bit of that till my eyesight started to wane on me, and I got injured while I was on active duty, so my shoulders both are in pretty poor shape. So it's hard for me to weld overhead, but I'll still do it. So now I traded in my Stinger for a 10-speed truck. So I drive truck for a living now. But yeah, we're gonna chronicle this as we go. And I'm sure we'll make mistakes. I'm sure people are gonna say, why'd you do that? And that's fine. It's a learning curve for us. It's just something, you know, my son just got out of the Army. He was a combat airborne medic stationed over in Italy. He just ETS'd last week. So he came home and he bought this. As soon as he got home, he bought this. This is his Indian Scout bobber, an OD granite, I guess they call it sagebrush. He just now hit his 500 miles yesterday and went and had the 500 mile service done on it through Indian. Pretty cool bike. We gotta get him some slip-ons for it. It's pretty quiet. All in all, he's a new rider. He's ridden dirt bikes and stuff when he was a kid. We had dirt bikes, but he's getting more comfortable on it. His hardest thing he has to overcome is the fear of leaning the motorcycle, which a lot of people have that fear. But when you counter steer, that's what happens. The motorcycle naturally leans, so you got to get over that. But he's getting better at it. He's learning how to ride. He's being pretty safe on it so far. He rides with me a lot. This is mine. This is my 2023 Lowrider S Harley Davidson, the 117. We'll be adding stuff on the channel about this too. Both the bikes, as they progress, we're gonna probably put a cowl on his, like I have on mine. That's a Memphis Shade Road Warrior. I've got a 15-inch vented windshield on it. Just because I ride a lot on the highway, I ride the bike back and forth to work most of the times because I don't want to spend money on that. So, yep, this is mine. And then our other son, he has a Street Bob, 2023 Street Bob 114, which is what I had when I first went back to riding after taking the 10-year hiatus. So that's pretty much what we got going on in a nutshell. Like I said, we'll be when we start getting into the nitty-gritty on that, we'll definitely be taking video of what we do and when we do it. especially when it comes back to doing the welding and any fabrication that we have to do. We'll definitely take video of that so everyone can critique it and tell me what I'm doing wrong, which I don't have a problem with. You don't learn from your successes most of the time. You learn from your mistakes. And if there's anybody out there that knows how to do this stuff and it has any pointers, you can see where I got a little bit overzealous with the plasma cutter when I took the other floor pan out. That's when I decided to move to the air chisel. So that's what a piece of brass will do. You just, you know, spot weld the back of it and then grind it down, which is more work, but you know, you can backfill stuff with welding. But yeah, if anyone out there has ever restored one of these or has any tips or tricks or just generalized questions about what the hell I'm doing and why I'm doing it, feel free to comment. We appreciate it. So, but yeah, this is where we're at. Motorcycles, Mustangs, and there's my Gen 2 2017 Mustang 5-liter, bone stock. The only thing I've done to it so far is catch cans, and then when I bought it used. I had 4,000 miles on it. Some little old lady had it, and she put Roush axle backs on it, which it sounded halfway decent. I went ahead and put it on a lift one Saturday afternoon, and I cut the resonator off and welded back an H-pipe in its place. So it's really loud now. Not as loud as this though. Not as loud as this. Those are Tab Performance Zombie baffles. I believe they're they might be the 3-inch, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what size they are. But yeah, it's got some noise. We'll fire that up. Yep, that's where we're at, and that's what we'll be doing. So check back, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Appreciate it. Have a good day.